Okay, so this can be about sitting back and just letting things go. And I think you let a lot of people go, a lot of things go, definitely people, things and people. Anything that's bad for you, I think you've been on a mission to let all of that go. I think you've done most of that already. You're probably still in a process, or you were at this time of doing that, but I think mostly you were done, I think, because this feels very light to me. It feels as if you've lifted things out of your life, up out of your life, pulled them out of the basket, like you're in a kind of a balloon and you've pulled everything out of the basket, and now you're light and you can kind of float up. That's what it feels like to me. Yeah, there's one specific person here, and I think you had to make a really, really big effort to let this person go. It was a lot harder than the other things. I think this is an ex. I think there was a lot of temptation to still reach out to this person. It feels a little bit more like a habit to me. It doesn't feel like you're desperately missing them and you're dying to talk to them. It was more like a habit. It's more like, you used to talking to them all the time, texting them, whatever, and then suddenly you had to stop, and it was like, oh, who do I talk to about this? Oh, I've had a bad day. Who do I talk to about this? Oh, this has happened. I have to call. Oh, I can't call them. That's the kind of thing I'm getting. I think you might still be in a process of training yourself out of that. It takes time. You've trained yourself into it. Now you have to train yourself out of it. So it just takes time. And I think you might have been here before with this person. I think you might have broken up, gotten back together. I'm seeing a lot of backwards and forwards here. This time it feels different though. It feels very different to all the other times. It might have been one, might have been more than one time. It feels, to me, it feels closed, it feels finished. And it feels like you're quite exhausted with this person around you, and it's like putting an end to that exhaustion. That's how it feels to me. The other thing I'm seeing here is there's something that was being planned or organised, might have been an event or something. I'm seeing people coming together, and I think because of the way you were feeling, because I think you were still going through this process, you're still getting over this, you're still getting through this. Mostly you were done. I think you still had a little bit to go though with this person, but you just didn't feel like going to this thing. I'm seeing one specific person who was going to be at this thing that you probably didn't want to see, you didn't want to talk to. I'm not sure who it is, but I'm getting a bad kind of a vibe around them. You thought, oh, if they're going to be there, I really don't want to be there. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. I think someone's going to back out of this thing. So if it hasn't happened yet, if this event hasn't happened yet, and you're still thinking, oh, I don't want to go to this thing, I actually think they're going to back out. I don't think you're going to have to bump into them if you go to this thing, if this all resonates with you. But I think also, apart from this person being there and you kind of want to avoid this person, I think there was another layer under that as well, and it was kind of like, I'm just not ready to go to this. I'm just not ready to answer a lot of questions, because I think you're kind of feeling as if I go to this thing, I'm almost ready. I'm almost, through this process. I've kind of left this person behind. I've got a little way to go, but I'm pretty much there. And I think I'm kind of closing the wound up. It's nearly closed. But if I go there and all these people start talking to me and asking me questions, oh, did you break up? How are you feeling? What's happened? Have you met anyone else yet? La, 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 la. You're just going to feel like, oh, it's going to open it all up for me again. And I really, really don't feel like that. So if your instincts are telling you this, if you still have this thing ahead of you and your instincts are telling you that, no, it's going to set me back in my emotions. It's not going to make me feel good. It's not going to help me to move ahead. You don't have to go. You don't have to go to anything that you don't want to. And you'll know when you're ready. You'll know when you're ready for these things. It's kind of like, I'm not saying, you should avoid everyone and everything, but it's kind of like, you know what you're ready for, you know what stage you're ready for. And if you absolutely feel like you're not ready to face all these people and questions or whatever, then you're not ready. And that's absolutely fine. So I just wanted to say that. Okay, so the next card you have your past is the Ace of Cups. yeah, this is this healing process. Look at this. And yeah, you're absolutely right to want to protect yourself if this is what you're going through. And yeah, that doesn't mean all these people are horrible and you have to stay away from them. I'm not saying that at all. I don't want you to think that. It's just that at different times in your life, you're ready to face different people or you're not, depending on what you're going through. And this is kind of wrong time, wrong place for you to be, seeing these people. And that's what your instincts were telling you. That's what I'm getting here. If that's what your instincts are telling you, then that's the right thing to do. The other thing I'm seeing in this is there's some kind of a cycle going around and around. So again, I think, I was seeing this in the Hanged Man, that you've probably been through this before with this person, this ex. You've been through this before, and I think the first time, I should say, that you went through this, it was very, very hurtful, unbelievably hurtful. I don't think I could even describe it here, but now it doesn't feel that bad. I think it feels a lot better now than when you first went through this. And I think you might have been through this a few times with them. So each time it's happened, it's been less painful. And I think now you're like, well, this is the last time. This is the last time. The door's closed now. That's what I'm getting. There's still a gap, I think, where this person used to be. I'm really feeling that. It's a hole, but it's a lot easier this time. And I think the fact that you've been through this before, that shows me that it wasn't all that stable anyway. If you're going backwards and forwards all the time, if your emotions are up and down when you're with someone, it's not stable, and I think you know that. This card can also be about recovery and the promise of that. There's water coming down, there are tears coming down, but there's growth coming from the tears with these beautiful water lilies at the bottom. So just remember that, if you're still going through this, if it's still difficult for you, there's growth and recovery coming at the end of this, and that's what this card's reminding you of. So just remember that if you're still going through a difficult time. Okay, so the last card you have your past is the Sun. Absolutely beautiful card. Yeah, and this is another really, really obvious sign that, if you're going through this now, you're going to get to the other side. You're going to get through this. You're going to get through this wall, like this child's broken through this wall. And things are going to start to look a lot brighter for you because we've got the Sun here. And yeah, he's free. He's absolutely free. Look at how free he is. So this is showing me again that you've done the right thing. If you've chosen to move on from this person, it's absolutely the right thing. And okay, I'm just going to say this. I'm looking at the Hanged Man as well as this card, and the Hanged Man can be about hiding things sometimes because, his hands are behind his back, and the Sun can be about things coming to light, things coming out into the open. So I actually think there's more that's going to be revealed about this ex or this person. It's coming out, something's coming out, and you're going to find out what this is. And from what I'm seeing here, you've already made this decision, you're moving on, you've already done this or whatever. So by the time this comes out, it's not going to influence what you do. But yeah, I just have to say it doesn't feel good to me. It's not a good thing that's going to come out. It's something about a message, words or something like that. Yeah, I'm seeing a conversation. So it might be text messages. It might be a text conversation. It looks like some kind of disrespectful sentence or words talking about someone in a certain way. It's something like that. I can't see if this is about you, but even if it's not about you, it's the way they're speaking. It just shows you another side of them. It's disrespect. That's what I'm seeing. Disrespectful talk. So you might already know what this is because this is in the past, but time's always a bit fluid in these readings, so could be at any time. But yeah, if this is making any sense to you, just know that you're away from this now, and you've made the right decision. But yeah, it's something you're going to find out. You might actually see the words in front of you. So someone might show you a text conversation, and they might say, "Look at the way this person's talking about you or about someone else. It's really horrible." And then you're going to say, "Oh, wow, I didn't think they were good, but I didn't think they'd be that bad. I didn't think they'd be this bad." That's kind of what I'm getting there. Okay, so the first card you have your presence, the Ace of Wands. Yeah. Look at this. This is the growth. This is growth in this card. Look at these leaves. So this is growth that's at the bottom of the Ace of Cups. This is the promise of the Ace of Cups and the Sun card. So you'll come out of this. You'll eventually feel a lot stronger, and you'll have more energy, you'll feel more powerful, and that's going to happen when you're totally out of this. When you come out, you're already lighter, but you're going to feel a lot lighter and a lot stronger. And yeah, I love this. You're going to get yourself back, you're going to get your confidence back. I think this is going to start in your work life. That's where the confidence is going to start to come back, because you are quite work focused anyway. I think lately, because you've been going through all this, I think you've probably just been going through the motions a bit at work. Yeah, there's something work related, and that's going to take up a lot of your time and a lot of your attention and your energy and your enthusiasm. You're going to feel quite enthusiastic about this thing, and it kind of feels like, I've got this, I'm back on track, I'm back to my old self again, I've got myself back. Okay, I'm actually seeing someone who's really attracted to you here. And I think they're probably around work or something work related, because that's where a lot of your confidence is going to start to come back in the workplace. So yeah, because I'm just seeing you being really busy, enthusiastic about things, what you're doing and all of that. So it just feels like you're going to be radiating this energy. It's really positive. It's like, I'm determined, I'm ready, I'm strong, I'm confident and all of that. And that's attractive. That confidence, that energy, it's really, really attractive. So yeah, there's someone around your work, and I think they're probably going to let you know that they're interested. It's going to come in really quickly. Once they've made up their mind, they're just going to come and say. Maybe they're not going to say. They're going to show you in some way. That's what I'm getting. They're going to show you in some way. But yeah, they're going to do this quickly. This is action, pure action. And it's going to be a surprise. Not just that they're interested, but yeah, again, there's something different in the way they're doing this. I think you're going to take your time, and I think whether you say yes or no to them, I think it's probably going to depend on where you are in this healing process, you know, because you're good at taking care of yourself, and you don't rush into things until you're ready. But yeah, they're not going to tell you this in the usual way. It's going to be quite unusual. Yeah, I'm not seeing words here. Maybe there'll be something on your desk. It might be a gift. I don't know. It's an unusual way to tell you. I mean, it's good. I'm getting a good feeling around this. It's not creepy or anything, but be prepared. Be prepared for some surprises. This person's really going to surprise you. Firstly, that they're interested. It's going to be like, oh, I kind of suspected that, but it's going to be like, oh, really? This is really true. They're really interested. And also the way that they show you that, it's going to really surprise you. That's what I'm getting. So just watch out for that if that feels as if it's resonating, because I am getting a little bit of a feeling that you might suspect who this might be. So if you do, then yeah, that's what I'm seeing, so watch out for that. Okay, so the next card you have your presence, the High Priestess. Yeah, so you're going to take your time with this. So whatever they say to you, whether you kind of agree or you don't, or whether you want to see them or not, you might say to them, well, let's just wait and see. You might say, can you just wait for me for a while? I'm still thinking about this. I'm getting that kind of energy coming from you. So you're going to take things slowly, whatever happens. That's kind of what I'm getting with that. The other thing I'm getting is, it feels like a split. It feels like a split down the middle, two halves. And it kind of feels like you're in the middle of these two halves, if that makes sense. So I don't know if this is a relationship between two people you know, or something like that. It feels sort of like, oh, I'm in the middle. You know, if I talk to this person, I can't tell the other one. Or, you know, so maybe you're worried about whether someone sees you as loyal. I don't know, it just feels like two separate parties and you're stuck in the middle. It feels very awkward, a difficult position to be in. So if this is about you, you know, if you feel as if you have to keep these two people separate, or if you're hiding the fact that you're still talking to both of them at the same time or something like that, I think you're going to have to try to bring this out in the open in some way. Be careful of how you do this, but I think it really does need to come out. There's a lot of pressure here, and you need to try to let go of that. It just doesn't feel fair on you to be in the middle like this. There's a lot of talking, there's a lot of backwards and forwards going on as well. I'm just looking at these two pillars on each side of this priestess. They're opposites, they're opposing each other, and here's this priestess in the middle keeping quiet. She doesn't look bothered, she doesn't look stressed or anything, and I think when you are stressed, you don't look as if you are. So maybe they don't know, maybe they don't realize that this is how you're feeling, but you'll have to let them know. You'll have to let them know that this is happening, that you're speaking to both of them, or that you're stuck in the middle or whatever, because I think this is going to come out anyway in some way. And I think it's better that it comes out now before things go too far and you get too kind of far into this, if that makes sense. So yeah, I hope that makes sense to someone. This has got to come out, but yeah, it's got to come out before this gets worse. That's what I'm seeing now. Okay, so the last card you have your presence, the Nine of Cups. Okay, yeah. This is what I'm seeing again. This is reflecting what I'm seeing in the Sun card. Yeah, okay, something's hidden. It's going to be revealed. And this is about someone's nature. This is about someone's true nature. And yeah, again, this is a conversation. And I think this is about this ex in the Hanged Man. Now, okay, I think when you're with this person, I think there was a lot that they did or said or whatever, and maybe you kind of turned a blind eye or you made excuses because you did love them at the time. This man's sitting in front of this curtain, and obviously he's hiding something behind there. And, he's smiling, he's pretending everything's fine. And look at this archway of cups that's above this man. And archways can represent shelter and protection. So you were sheltering them at the time with your emotions because you had really strong feelings for them, and you didn't want to know the truth about them. You didn't want to see what this was. You were just feeling these emotions, and that's all you could see. And now I think that you're in this process of moving on. That arch of emotions, it's starting to fade away. And the cups actually look like, if you look at this, they look like they're weights that are holding up this cloth. So once they're gone, the cloth's going to come down. It's going to fall down, and you'll see what's behind this curtain. So I just wanted to explain how I could see that in this card. It's really, really clear to me. And also it can be about arrogance as well, smugness. And I think that's the side of this person that's going to become really, really clear to you. Again, so there's these words, this conversation. I think it's a text conversation. I think you're going to see these words in front of you, and that's what's going to show you this other side of them. So I hope that makes sense. Again, that's just another confirmation that this is going to come out. Sorry, there was a gap. I had to really think about this first before I explained it to you, because I was trying to explain what I saw there. Okay, so the first card you have your future is the Chariot. Okay, so yeah, this is this person who's interested in you. This person in the Ace of Wands. Yeah, they're going to come in quickly, and they're going to tell you this quickly. Or they're not going to tell you, they're going to show you this quickly, I should say. And you've got the action in the Ace of Wands and the passion in the Ace of Wands, and now you've got this determination in this card. So it's quick, it's going to be a surprise. They really, really want you to know they're interested. They do have a lot of people around them. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're a player kind of a person. I'm not seeing that, actually. I'm not seeing them being like that. This man in the Chariot's alone, and he's determined to get to where he's going, which is toward you, and he doesn't take any passengers, so because they'd weigh him down. So yeah, there aren't any kind of hanger-oners, there are no third parties, there's nothing else like that around. The other thing that this can be about is protection, because there's this box around this man, and it's like he's protecting himself. So again, you'll be doing a little bit of that. Again, you'll be taking your time. So if they come in and they let you know they're interested, you are going to take your time with this. I'm seeing that again here. And Yeah, okay, I'm seeing this really clearly now. I think you might know who this person is. I think there might be a few times where you've kind of suspected that they were interested, but maybe you dismissed it, and maybe you said, well, maybe I'm imagining things. They're not really interested. So you weren't imagining things. They are interested. But yeah, expect this to happen quickly. This is the Chariot. This is movement. So that's what I'm seeing there again. Okay, so the next card you have for your future is the Seven of Wands. Okay, so this looks like an attack, obviously, and it feels like that, I think. It feels like that to you. I'm seeing work again, so this is something either in the workplace or around work or something. There's some kind of, I wanted to say backhanded compliments, but it's not like that. It feels more like someone's giving recognition to someone else, and yeah, it's in your workplace or somewhere like that. Someone's complimenting someone else, and it's very loud, very, very obvious. Everyone can hear this, and it seems like a slight on you. Because you work really, really hard, you're good at what you do, and I think you actually work a lot harder than this other person who's being praised. It feels a little bit like, oh, what about me? That's not fair. Okay, I don't want you to worry about this, because there's some kind of tactical reason, or there's something behind this praise. It doesn't feel like a simple, oh, I just want to praise this person because I think they're doing a good job. It doesn't feel like that. So I don't know what it is, but it might be some kind of political thing or game playing or something. I wouldn't worry about this if this resonates with you, because there's some other reason. There's an agenda behind this. So just try to rise above this if you can. I think that's the message behind this, because this man's obviously being attacked, but they're wands, they're not swords. That's one thing. So, it's not going to be a big problem for you. And, he's up on a hill as well. He's above this. So I think the message here is rise above this. You're above this nonsense. Just rise above. Just do your work. It's going to pass. It's going to blow over. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So just try and rise above. Okay, so the last card you have for your future is the Queen of Pentacles. I love this card. Beautiful card. Very nurturing card. Okay, a few things. The first thing I'm seeing here is, sorry about that noise. If you are going through, there was a train, yes. Okay, so if you're going through this work thing again, where these people are kind of doing this politics, underhanded things, or whatever they're doing, playing games, whatever it is, this is showing you that your job's safe, your money's safe, because look at how safe this coin is with this Queen. So your money's safe, your job's safe. Don't let any of this make you feel insecure around work. You don't need to feel like that. Again, rise above. It's going to pass. You're safe. The other thing is this thing that you're really enthusiastic about, this thing that I was seeing in the Ace of Wands, that's going to go really well for you if this is a project or whatever this is. If you want to manifest success in this, you are absolutely going to get that success. I think there might actually be some kind of it might actually be a raise, or it might be a pay rise, it might be a bonus or something that comes from this project. So that's looking really good as well, because this is about money, obviously, and this shows me that money is probably going to come into you, and you're good at protecting your money. You're good at nurturing what you have. You're very careful with your money. So I think when this comes in, you're going to be able to hold on to this, you're going to be able to grow more, and you're going to be very careful with that as well. So there is something coming in. It might not be huge, might just be a little bonus, might be something like that, but you're going to hang on to this, and you're going to protect this, and you're probably going to do very well with this. So that's what I'm seeing. That was a really nice ending. It was a little bit of a mixed reading. I'm sorry about that. That's just what I was getting.